Oh, technology, you continue to elude me. Unless that worked. Alright, I think that did the trick. Okay, can people hear me? That is the question of the day. Hang on, setting things up still. Yes. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Alright. What is up, everyone? My name is Brett. Sometimes I wear a beret, and this is my second live stream officially. I apologize during this stream if I have to clear my throat. I was sick over a week ago, but of course the effects like to linger for an extended period of time, so that's always fun. But I do feel better, so that's a good thing. Alrighty. No, I'm also going to continue struggling with this chat because I'm not good at getting to everything, so I apologize if you say something and I don't see it. But my goal with these is to be interactive with people watching, like I have on the thumbnail, which I guess if you're watching you can't see now. We'll talk about loadouts, to talk and answer some questions if you like. We'll have some old gameplay footage that I found. I can't find my flash drive that has all of the old stuff, so I'll add that later. But look at some of that, and yeah, just chat about things probably for a good 2 hours, and yep, that's the plan. Okay. See your pretty little hello, Triple B. Thanks for that. Oh, Mr. Nerf Curator Triple B. I will be contacting you soon because something is coming my way that is also for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Someone contacted me over email, and yeah, I guess I'm not going to say any more than that. It's something neat. It's not a blaster, but it's related, of course. You'll like it. It's cool. Okay. The foam god, hello. Cheese. What is all this cheese talk? I do like cheese. Hey Bray, you want a koosh ball blaster? Maybe. There's a lot of things that I do want, but I don't need. I'm on. Bray, you smell like cheese. Thank you, potato guy. You eat potatoes. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Fatty Bocce. Hello, Mr. Blank. What is your favorite need gun? Nerf gun? Alright, we're off to a good start. Yeah, so we'll just start off here. As people start joining, just ask any questions you have. I'll attempt to get to them, and then I'll just start. I'll play some footage, and we'll look through that. You're welcome, Triple B. Hope you're doing well. And I'm not gonna be able to make it. I guess this goes for a lot. I guess people watching who are interested in gameplay videos. I'm not gonna be able to make it most likely to any game in April, which sucks. But I am going to be traveling at the end of the month, and I had to take the beginning of this month to study for some stuff, and so I've been pretty busy with work and studying and then travel planning. So I apologize. I try to do things pretty regularly, but that's why. In general, I feel like I haven't been doing exactly what I want to do, sharing as much as I'd like to share. And the beginning of May might be better. We'll see if everyone plans a game when I want them to plan a game, so I can go. But I also might be going to the Bay Area for Blaster Tag Association round. I think it's the middle of the month or near the end of the month with Jangular, so I will let you know about that. That should be fun. and I might get destroyed. But it'll be fun. Good times. Anyhow, so I'm pumped up. Hopefully see you at End War. Yes, Jacob, I will be doing that. That is coming sooner than I thought. What is your favorite movie, Jacob Eaton? That was a really hard question. I like a lot of movies. I'm a big action guy. I'm totally fine with dumb action movies too. So I got a soft spot for those. I do like Aliens. I did share that recently. I do really like Aliens. A lot of Marvel movies tickle my fancy as well. Captain America, Iron Man. Yeah, it's hard to say. We'll go with Aliens for now. I always find myself quoting that, or Back to the Future. God, I love Back to the Future. Brett, are you excited for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Sure, Raptor. I don't remember if I actually saw Jurassic World in theaters. I'll probably see it. I'm still waiting to see Pacific Rim Uprising and Ready Player One, because I read Ready Player One, the book, and very much enjoyed that, so I'm behind on a lot of things. Raise a Jolt reskin. Alright. Well, we've already made it to that point. Great. Everyone should comment. Let's not. What is your End War loadout? Simon H1000. I think I made a video about that. I'll share more soon when I get what it fully is going to look like. I guess there is a bit of uncertainty just based off of that video. It could go two ways. But I'll share more as that gets closer. We are still in the beginning of April, and End War is the end of June. I got time. What are your thoughts? Oh, wait, let me go back up a little. What's the best Retaliator combo? Practically, I do like running the Retaliator bare bones, but now I guess it is nice to have a pump grip. Pump grip, yeah, that's a thing. There are just so many of them, I can't keep up. I thought for a while there were a couple, and now I realize that a bunch of companies make them, so I can't definitively say which is best, but I do like those grips. I would love to get one of those and run a Retaliator more. But then, you know, the Prophecy came out too, and that swayed a lot of people one way. What's your thoughts about the Scavenger, the Frozen Walnut? I want to run one because it looks just so silly. Yeah, I'll let you know more when I actually play with one. But I like that everyone hates it. That makes me happy. Shoot, sorry, I saw it. Yeah, I'm excited. How do you feel about people that collect toys that are fully grown adults? Triple B, I don't understand it. Like, when you get to a certain age, you just kind of stop doing what you did when you were a kid, right? Like, you know, when you're younger, you can play certain games or watch certain shows, and then when you get older, you're not allowed to watch those anymore. You progress. It's part of growing up. Just like, I'm on, like, I collected Legos when I was younger, but now that I'm older, why would I collect Legos? You know, that's a baby thing. Of course, I'm going to grow up and play paintball, not collect Nerf anymore. So I don't understand people who are just clearly stuck being children. That's just not okay. Hopefully everyone knows that I can be extremely sarcastic. We can talk more about that thing later. Could you send me a signed Tech 3, Noah? Maybe? I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of stuff with signing. I don't think my signature is really worth anything. I can give your Tech 3 a shout out. Go forth, Tech 3, and conquer. Other than a beret, what is your next to favorite hat? A fedora. I don't own a fedora. How'd you make the blaster on screen? Aha, Moist Doritos. Good question. This is, I put this up on screen because this is something that people seemed to like from my Juggernaut gameplay round when I showed it off. This was actually on loan to me from my good friend Kyle. He does a lot of modding in the Bay Area, and it's actually not too complex. It's really just, I mean, you can tell right now by looking at it. It's PVC, and then you just use the top slide of the Recon Mark II as the pump. It's really cool. I wanted to put a grip on the front maybe to make it even more comfortable to prime, but it's pretty sweet. I never really ran around with a Recon Mark II. I never bought one, but I do like that handle. And I like the color. The white and orange is it's good. Feel the beret, please. I usually do, one way or another. Make a video how to build that. It's pretty simple. What? You don't come to my channel to see build things. That's a silly thing to do. Can the SaxBZs demolish or barrel fire elites, whistlers, whatever out of the inner barrel? Chelo said that frequently the interior of the rocket barrel works for darts. Jacob Dale. Yes, I can put darts because mine is a half-inch CPVC coupler with half-inch CPVC behind it. The actual tubing through the SaxBZ is half-inch CPVC, so yes, I can put a barrel on to fire them. I could also just barely put one in extending from the barrelless SaxBZ to fire them. And there's a mega barrel that I have, so I can do elites, megas, and rockets out of the SaxBZ. But obviously, an XBZ firing elites is not what I'm usually wanting to run with that. If I have that much air power, I'm going to fire rockets. Though it would be funny to run around with a SaxBZ and have it actually get some really, really crazy ranges with elite darts, but man, how the heck would I aim that? Well, I absolutely love it, and now I'm going to burn my Nerf and toy warehouse to the ground because I don't understand sarcasm. No, Triple B, no. Don't do it. Still have to go back there. I want to see these things. I live in Vietnam, but I just came back from visiting America. I'm horribly tired. It's 12 a.m.ish. I have school tomorrow. I hate jet lag. Love your channel. Thank you, Caleb. That is very cool. I'm going to be going to Korea at the end of the month, so not super far away. Sounds like a fun trip, though. Can you hide a jolt under your beret? DKG. Someone's asked me this before. Possibly. Are you a naughty boy? Yes, I use trust fires. I'm a very naughty boy. Why are you answering questions from like 10,000 years ago? Because I'm late to most things. And this is my channel, so I can do that. Off-topic question, but what are the best toppings that go on a pizza? Maroon cactus. I like meat. I'm not a huge pineapple on pizza fan, but it's not horrible. I've never been a huge fan of olives. That's just my opinion. Run rival in SaxBZ. Jason, that's also a potential with the mega barrel. I could do that. Who's to say it's odd that adults collect toys? I mean, Nerf guns are friggin' toys, and adults collect those, so really there's no difference between collecting Nerf guns and say Legos or any other toys. Dave Norman, yes, exactly. I know. You don't have to explain that to me. I totally get it. I'm in this hobby. There are plenty of other people who don't seem to get that, though. You can enjoy things that you enjoyed when you were younger, or that you enjoyed when you're older, that apparently appeal to younger people too. It's very odd, but some people don't get it. Beret, I already answered that. I just did a video on the Nerf mortar. Have you seen one yet? I have seen a couple Nerf mortar videos. You might see one on this channel soon too. I don't know when that will be, but soon. There's a few things I need to share some reviews on that people have sent me and that I have postponed for too long, partially because I wasn't feeling well, partially because I was busy, partially because I was just out of the area. That is one thing. And I am excited because since I know there's so many people in the area, no more gum. I know there are a couple people in the area who have those now. Welcome, Captain Xavier. I think that's enough to run it in a game. Not just 3 rockets, but maybe 9? Tell us your best Reddit joke. I once went on Reddit. I posted like twice. That's all. Went to North or South Korea? Obviously, Best Korea. I'm going to North Korea. Duh. Jackson H. Hey, Beret, I'm a huge fan and I love your channel. Shoot, come back. Can you run an apple in a war? Possibly. Good call. Am I supposed to throw the apple at people? I can think of a couple people who would not like that. Raptor answered your question. I'll probably see it in theaters. For a very good way to weather mortar ourselves. I'm sorry, Ed Scar. I was interested when it first was making its appearance, but I wasn't going to buy it because it did cost a little bit more, just like the Claymore. I don't have one. I didn't buy that one myself, but I was contacted about it, and they're like, "Do you want to review it?" And I was like, "Sure." The funny thing is that, true story, the email I got from, I think it was NF Strike, was sent to JLo. It was sent to Captain Xavier Commissions, and I must have been blind copied. Maybe there are a bunch of other people who are BCC'd as well. So obviously they made it clear who they really wanted to send it to, but that's okay. I did not ask for it though. They contacted me. Do you have a shipping address? You need some fan mail. I don't need a fan mail address. I don't need to regularly accept stuff. If you really want to send me something, you can always send it to Captain Xavier or Walcom. I am pretty close to them and see them relatively often. It's no big deal. This still isn't something that I have, monetized, put money into, so having like a P.O. box open doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't need stuff from other people. Your support like this is totally fine. Going to Korea, why? Because I can. Girlfriend says so. Yeah, I'm there to diplomacy. Sita, Prophecy, Blaster Forge Micro, or modded retail? Quindarius. It's a good question. I mean, out of that list, I've really only played with a modded Retaliator, and not even a really fully upgraded one. It has been some time. But I know that the expanded Plunder Tube Retaliators are very impressive. I've touched a Prophecy a couple times. I was not happy. And the Blaster Forge Micro looks pretty cool. And the Sita, now that we get some good images, looks cool. So I'm not entirely sure, but I would love to play with all of them, and then maybe I would have a better opinion on that. What is your favorite Nerf loadout for Nerf battles outside? Edward the Gamer 50. Very good. That's more specific. Favorite loadout for Nerf battles outside? Still not sure if that would mean HVZ or just a game. But I always like my Sentinel. Sentinel's a good go-to. Magnum Super Drum is very easy to reload on the fly. Could you run a dart in a war? I could. Could do that. Alright. Danielle Peacock, please do a 5K special video when you get there. I don't get it. My channel has done very well recently. I think I'll do that. I was going to do something for a couple other milestones, and then I realized that I was just going to get behind, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. I won't lie. But it was pretty impressive. I think there's a couple videos that I really owe it to that have really caused that to happen. But yeah, I think I will. For everyone watching, of course, thank you for your continued support. I am always impressed to see you guys come back and just show this channel so much love and support. It means a lot. Oh, I guess I should just saying another way that I've mentioned a little bit. I'm a bit busy over these past couple months and maybe going forward. What I did do recently is I started a Facebook page. Now, this Facebook page is mostly just to give you guys an extra source to kind of keep in touch, maybe post some updates there that don't require like a full video. So maybe I'll just like take a picture of some stuff I'm working on, or give a little update like, oh, there's something there right now you might be interested. That's a minor update. It's a picture. So if you are interested, I'm sure I'll mention this more down the road. I have a Facebook page now, and it'll be used just for that kind of stuff. Of course, I'll still make my usual videos, or intend to, but excuse me, a good way to keep in touch is also going to be through that Facebook page. There might be some other things that I do that you might want to submit things over that Facebook page, but I'll let you know when that comes up. So yeah, if you're interested in that, go check it out. It's in the description of this, and it'll be in the description of all my videos, just like my email address and now my Facebook page, if you're into that stuff. So apparently you have a girlfriend, but does Saxman have a gal? I don't know. I haven't asked him. It's a very private thing. He seems like the kind of guy that would get around. Not a fan. It's funny, I watch all these Nerf videos, but I don't even have a jolt. Corey. Nothing wrong with that. I used to watch a lot of videos and not have many blasters to my name, and was always impressed to see, oh, that's cool. I want to get one of those. Hello, Aldos. Glad to see you. Love what you're doing, by the way, with those weekly Nerf videos, summarizing people in the area, making gameplay videos. That's awesome. I really wish that more people were as interested in gameplay footage as just other general stuff, like, oh, there's a staged video. There's a lot of work that goes into that, but there's something great about sharing our actual gameplay footage. And I wish more people got into that too. I don't understand why it's just not as attractive. Some people have contacted me like, hey, Brett, I know you have some good stuff that you do now, like with I'd Run That in a War, but do you think you could upload like more full gameplay videos like you used to? I really enjoyed those. And it's like, I would love to do that. It's hard to judge with the time too, because now after a game, the first thing I have to do is make that I'd Run That in a War video, because I have to show what the secret blasters were, the ones that were selected. If I just show regular gameplay footage, then the secret's out. So I have to do that first. And like in February, by the time I got to that, then the next game was already around the corner, so I had to get the next one out too. I wish I could just post more war footage all the time, but it does take a little bit of time and effort, and I don't want to just post the raw footage so much. I guess I could. I don't know. It's hard. I really want to post just more war footage in general, but I know that it's bad to say, but most people don't come for the war footage. And I want to make sure that if people are subscribed, that they are enjoying all the new stuff that I put out too. And if they get like a 20-minute gameplay video, I don't know. It's hard. I feel bad about saying that too, but I just want to. I want to make sure I choose what to spend my time on appropriately. Oh, thank you, Spam Man. I love you too, I think. What camera do I film on? Oftentimes my phone, but I also did get a small point-and-click Sony cam recently. It's not the craziest thing, but it's a blaster. No, it's a camera. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, about 5 more minutes. I'll start showing some footage. I lost the chat again. Bray, can I shoot you at FoamCon? I'll make sure to bring the Swarm Bolter. Of course, everyone can shoot me at FoamCon RZ Rider. I expect nothing less than to get many people shooting at me. It'll be fun, and then I will shoot at people too. With the Sax-BZ. I will make an entrance. I will attempt to. Dave Norman, your channel is growing. That's awesome, man. Good for you. I think I subbed when you had less than 500. I just noticed the growth. Congrats. Would you accept fan mail if it was set to Captain X? Yes, I would, Dave. And thank you. I know there are some people that I remember commenting when I had a lot smaller channel, which smaller just means a year ago. That's the crazy thing. March of last year was when I really started making a bigger effort. Before that, it was just a lot of gameplay footage, which I was happy to do. So it's crazy. I know. 2018 has been very nice to me so far. Do you have a MySpace? No, never did. How is Saxman doing? He seems to be doing well with Phantom Core blasters. I don't know, man. The story really isn't that laid out yet, but I haven't seen him too much. I feel like he's busy. Hail Hasbro. Okay. More live streams. More live streams on Life Day. I'm here for your Saxiness. Thank you, Papa Goose. Sadly, war footage is not what most people enjoy, Spam Man. Yeah, I know. It's weird. This is something that would be cool to talk about too, with like Jangular, Aldos. I think they had a podcast on Make Test Battle that touched on this a little bit more too. Of course, I wasn't invited because I don't mean anything. But that's fine. It's the truth. Gameplay takes tons of time and rarely sees half or even a quarter of the views other types of Nerf content gets. Yeah, it's weird, Aldos. I know that some people can't watch all kinds of gameplay footage, and if you're not using something that's super stable and isn't like super interesting, doesn't have a really interesting field, that turns a lot of people off. And I understand people who get motion sick. You know, I get plenty of comments like that too. And some of the footage I'm going to show here in a second is using my old Hero 2, and that doesn't stabilize like my session does. And even the session, the Hero 5 session, doesn't stabilize amazingly. It does pretty well, but it's not like the best thing out there. So I understand that complaint sometimes, but yeah, it's still just not something that people are lining up to go and see. They'd rather see, oh man, PDK Films posted new Nerf War. I don't remember what his titles were. I watched the original ones when I was younger. I did indeed watch those. Or Aaron Esser's, you know, gun battle, Nerf meets Call of Duty things, you know. And again, those are totally fine. There's nothing wrong with those. It's just that it's not war footage, right? It's not people actually doing things. I don't know. Saxman is busy is code for Beret doesn't want to be Saxman anymore. That is not true at all, Edscar. It's just that I'm exploring different opportunities with Saxman. Running Sax-BZ in a game is harder to do because I have, you know, I run that in a war series, which takes up most of that time. But that does not mean Saxman is no more. Not at all. It's probably in Wakanda. See, now you're getting it. There you go. +1 for Star Wars Christmas special reference. Thank you, Tybeck. Bray, you should go to a war dressed in a kilt. I have thought of a few things for loadouts. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I do have a lot of ideas, indeed. It's a shame that I don't get to share as many as I want to right now. Anyhow, it's 10:30. Let's just jump into it. First thing I'm going to show you, as I'm done chewing this apple, I have some things from 2014, which doesn't feel like it's too long ago for me, but I now realize it actually is a bit of time ago. So we're going to start with, this is footage from my Hero 2, so it's not going to be as clean, it's not going to be as stable, but just look at me then if you're not comfortable with that. I'm sorry. Let's go back to 2014, and let's start in how about April? Now this is a field, this is possibly one of my favorite fields that I have ever played at. And the reason for that is because this is a field that we made. This is back in California. And this is an area, unfortunately, that is now built on by houses. There's just a bunch of houses in this lot. We first came across this area just with scouting out our local town, trying to see if there's some open spaces for games, for just having a game. You know, there's a lot of parks nearby. This is just off of an unbuilt bridge, an unbuilt road. There were 3 bridges already built to this area, but they had not been finished yet. So we came here for 3 summers and made this area different every time too. And all these giant tubes, like these irrigation tubes, it was perfect. Like, I mean, look how big those are. Look how big some of those tubes are. Look how long they are. The bush, the bushes, the brush. It's you know, it's California in the summer basically, so it's kind of dead. That's how it goes. But what I love about this field is that we could do exactly what we wanted to do with it, and so we did. You walk to it from a parking lot. It's off the main path from basically everyone. You only come here if you're just walking, like if you're having a nice walk. And so no one's going to just stumble in out of nowhere and, you know, be like, oh, civilians, hold. No, none of that. This is like a completely isolated spit of land, literally raised up from the ground, and then the sides of it just fall down to the lower levels, which actually had more tubes too. We cleared out some of the brush, got rid of some of the mice. Oh, bye all dust. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. It's not important. And so we moved all these things around exactly how we wanted. We could have, you know, good team spawns on one side, good cover. These bigger ones, you know, that you can hide through if you were small enough, like me. I own that here because it worked really well. So much fun to crawl through these tubes, even though you got pretty dirty. Worth it, 100% worth it. And yeah, I mean, it's solid cover. These things are perfect. It's not like, oh, I don't know, it might work. Like a bush is sometimes good cover. Sometimes darts can go right through if it's not a really thick bush. These bushes are okay as well. Some of them are better than others, but these tubes are amazing. And we would also sometimes put them up, and you could sit on them, so you could be 10 feet in the air and just shooting at people. The last time we played here, we had a couple of those, which we called this the Rebel Base, because it was out in the middle of nowhere, and because we're rebels. Yeah. It's good to be a nerd. And the last time we did it, we called it the Rebel City, because we just started stacking them up and made, you know, just these giant towers. And it was really windy that day too, so sometimes you'd be walking by and a 10-foot irrigation tube would just fall over, and you're like, oh god, timber! And then you hide behind it as someone's shooting at you. Man, good times. And if you notice, like I'm using a Stampede here. This was my baby. This was I called it the Bushmaster because it was very good for getting people as they came around the side. Oh, Kyle, how you doing there? See, like you can right down that way. It's just a drop. This whole area is just raised up. Yeah, just awesome. Not a whole lot of crazy blasters here. Like we had some strafes and rapid strikes, but this, you know, 2014, we weren't pushing the boundaries as much, and a lot of the people playing here were not like crazy enthusiasts. These were just local friends. I think we had about 8 people max, so like 4 on 4. The real intense nerfers you'll have here were me, obviously playing, and then my good friend Kyle, who is, I mean, he shows up here and there. He's a big Bay Area player. So yeah, this is one of my favorite spots. last time I visited here with Kyle, we walked through with just single sledge fires, and they were beginning construction again, which was sad because they'd cleared this whole area out. So all of these irrigation tubes just pushed over to the side. There were a couple Nerf darts just in the mix of the rubble too, and we're like, oh, it's so metaphoric. And we just walked the whole stretch and just, did some surveying of the lands. But yeah, good times. Love this place. It was our place. That was really what it came down to. Some dangerous things, like you see that stack of wood there, those crates. There were some nails. We did have to do some work to clear out some nasty things. Oh, poor Jam. We had to clear, yeah, some animals, some nails, some rusty things. But when we got it done, it was ideal. I loved it. Snakes. Yeah, sometimes there were snakes too. Sorry, I haven't been reading the chat. If you've been saying something, I missed it. Could you run the almighty jolt on a stick? Maybe. I don't know how to run that though. Run one of those tubes in a war. Ugh. In the army, we hated wearing the beret. I understand broke nerfing. Yeah, it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing ever. Will you make a triple nemesis like Coop 772?
I'll drive you home.
Me? Mod? What? I don't even own a nemesis. I was at my parents' house getting my old army duffel bag, and a beret was in it. Yes. Hello, everyone. Everyone who just joined. Please do not nerf Snick. Do not step on nerf Snick. Foam bananas soon. Yes. Foam bananas. Bananas were way too practical. Jackson H. Hey, Beret, is there a date set for Fort Borst this year? We did have a game this last month in March. There might be another planned out for May, but it's just not officially announced yet. There's something else coming in this month, end of this month. Oh, and I die. Rip. Look at that ground. Good stuff. I'm trying to remember, going through all this again. I have not watched this footage in a long time. Can you run Exever in M-War? What? It's just a Spectre reshell. Yeah, the Alpha Hawk. Good sniper rifle. I just gave away an Alpha Hawk because I didn't need it. Run a rival round as a projectile, an elite dart as a melee weapon, and a mega dart as a shield breaker. No blasters, just darts. Oh, I'd have to go against everything that I've stood for. No throwing darts. I'm sure we'll be able to do some game modes where I just say, hey, I'm going to be doing special things. Sorry. And the people will be like, this dude. Can you run Captain Xavier in a war? That's what I thought. I don't know what that means, though. Can you run a proton pack in a war? Maybe. I don't even know if Out of Darts has it. Okay. So yeah, this is the Rebel base. It lives in our memory, but it lives mostly in our hearts. Fun place. We would come up here for like the whole day too. I would come up here a couple times a week when I had time on the weekend and just clear out brush, and make sure we cleaned everything up too. It's a shame. I mean, yeah, there are now like a couple hundred houses in this area. Oh well, that's time for you. At least we got to use it for a bit. It's just like, places you get to play at once, but you're like, well, at least I've got the memories. In this case, at least you got the footage too. Can you run your house in a war? DDM Gamer. See, that just is getting out of hand now. I don't know what that means. I don't think that's possible. Can you pick up Captain Xavier and run him in a war? Once again, you're talking to me, right? I don't pick people up. People pick me up, and they've considered using me in a war. Okay. I'm going to... Your face is on the wrong side. How about now? I know what you mean, but yeah. Why do you keep checking your mag? The Stampede would sometimes not feed reliably, and so going back, this is 2014. There are a lot of streamlines that we're using here still. I mean, the dart of choice right now is the elite dart. I'm saying in this video, you're not going to be very happy when jams come in a Stampede, and it was very often that darts were jamming through these. These were not new darts so much; they were quite worn. And I was reloading constantly as well. I didn't have too many mags on me. I think I had like 3. Yeah, some of these games, we're running streamlines, and I look back and I'm like, oh, amazing. Put the mega darts on your fingers like claws and run them in a war. Maroon Cactus, I have actually thought of that before. Like, the witch, just like, yeah, and run up at people. I have to have some special rule for them to kill me. Be like a special zombie. That'd be fun. Can you run some skill in a war? Yes, I run a lot of skill in a war. Can you run something practical in a war? Yes, I will do that soon. I do have some plans for some future loadouts that might involve more practical things, or if I mentioned before I might be going to a BTA game, I will run something practical there, because that's where it matters. I'll make Jangular sad if I don't. Or not. Or maybe he's just lost all respect for me. Okay. The megas on the fingers might be fun if Saxman becomes one of the undead horde at End War. Yes. When I die at End War, it'll be amusing. Okay, so now I'm going to jump from, this was I think April of 2014. I'm going to jump into the summer of 2014, which of course was like 20 degrees hotter than this, and this was already reasonably warm. This is just at a local playground. I think there's like 10 of us that played during the day. Go to this once it's done. Once it's done, that is. Can you run a jolt upside down in a war?
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified.
Yes, that doesn't sound very tough. Have you seen what I do with my life? Yeah, that's not too bad. Can you run Windows 95 in a war? We've reached the point where it's out of hand again. Can you do the condom challenge? No. Stop being dumb. People who do those dumb things, stop being dumb. California is crazy warm right now. I am not surprised. That does happen. Can you give you a nemesis at End War, or will you not have enough room for it? I do expect to take more things back from End War than I bring, because I am literally just bringing the Saxman loadout, and then, I guess, clothes besides that. Yeah, I won't have too much stuff to pack, so I will have room to bring other things back too. Use a dog at your war. Train him so he picks up darts for you. Gotta get a friend to bring a dog. Headbutt people as loadout. No, that's not nice. I'm gonna headbutt you. You're out. Hey, what's up, Brett? Not much, Nerf and Nate. Just watching old footage, chatting with people. You're telling people not to be dumb. I really do try to do that. I don't want people to be dumb. Ray doesn't have a sense of humor. I do have a sense of humor, but for certain things, that like can physically do you harm. I don't like that. Like these dumb challenge things, Tide Pod, condom challenge, like what? No. Can I buy, sorry I missed this. Can I buy a signed blaster from you? Don't do that. I'll sign something for free. Anyways, my signature doesn't mean much. Honestly, you're going to be terrifying as an undead considering your speed and small hitbox. Yes, and I own that. I will make it very annoying if I'm a zombie. Excuse me, when I'm a zombie. It's not going to change. Darn it. Okay, hang on. I did a whoopsie.
Come over here. Without getting hit.
There we go. Alright, now it changed. Alright, so this is just a local park. Once again, the Nerf enthusiasts here are myself and Kyle. All that says that that's my view, and then it'll show that Kyle's view is on the other side. He'll be using a long shot, and I'll be using a rapid strike, sweet revenges, and hammer shot. And it's like 98 degrees out here. And we're in the open sun, and the batteries are not having it. They're like, oh, please, not this. Kyle has half of a bolt in his long shot too, and he drops it at one point and then has to find it. Love it.
Get in here.
Can we think of more original comments than "Can you run random thing in a war"? Maybe, hopefully. He has a sense of humor, but it's a good one. Appreciate it. Humor is important. Can you run a regular Nerf dart inside of a Mega Dart? Are those practical? I feel like there's some people have done stuff where when they found that that was actually okay. I'm not sure. Love the red dot sight for extra accuracy. Yeah, the long shot that he's using as well is oh no, that's me, right? I'm using this. That's right. I'm using the red dot sight on a rapid strike, and you can see the darts veer off because I'm using elites. Yeah, I know. Run a squirrel corpse in a war. No, I don't like that. Squirrels are like my favorite animal, so that's not. No. Can you run Captain Xavier minigun in a war? Well, you think anyone gets to use that except J-Lo? He has a tremendous sense of humor, just a low tolerance for blatant stupidity. Yes, thank you, Homely. I just want people to be smart. I want people to be safe. You can be silly and funny without being just dumb and hurting yourself and hurting others. Too far? I don't know. You can run a pool noodle in a war? Yes, that would be something fun. Hello, Mustachio Pistachio. Mod your glasses so they can shoot darts. What is that blaster? Vintage blaster. One of our guys, Russell, had one of those at one of the last games we did. I forget what it's called, but it's cool. I'd run that. It's funny. It would be hard to see though, from my perspective, so I'd probably need another way of recording it. I hope I can meet Captain Xavier in real life so we can see the sword bolter again. I don't even know what he would bring. I mean, what he would bring to End War. He'd probably be aiming to bring his minigun, if anything. That's also assuming that, you know, he can be an NPC. A lot of ifs. But that's a lot of room, right? Your signature is part of my life goal of getting my signatures of you, Drac, and Coop772. Well, good news, I think one of those at least is a little more likely, and I can definitely help with that. Beret, what would you say are the most fun object to use as a stunner? That being a thrown weapon. There's a bundle of foam fruit on Amazon that I'm looking at, but I'm not sure if they are soft enough. Foam fruit would be funny. I know those Nerf ones that they sell for like Zombie Strike are really, really light, so I don't know if that's a good investment if you were to find them for a really inexpensive
No, they
um,
went right past me.
sale price, or if you thrifted them.
Did you get
I'm not
one?
entirely sure, but
Yeah, I saw it go past me.
when they are allowed, it is fun to have
What they
foam
give you?
things to throw. Um, Foam stress balls. Those might be too heavy too. Make a long shot on stream. Me? No. I like Nerf, but yes, I did say that. Sure. Is Jayla going to end war? Maybe.
Oh,
Cyberstrike one. Yes, that
do
one.
it. You got me.
Perceptor.
Nice shot.
That
Nice.
one.
Okay.
I'm moving to Victoria when I can, so I'm driving, plus very range of your wars. Nice. Well, we will be sure to keep our Facebook page updated. Challenge Coop77 to a duel. Do you think Coop772 even knows I exist? No. He knows that JLo exists. So that's cool. Captain Xavier had good things to say about... Apparently he and Coop have similar personalities, which is kind of funny. I did... Some people, I guess, have commented before that they're like, oh, I saw your comment on Coop772's video. It's like, okay. I do watch Coop sometimes. I mean, I saw that he went to Jared's Epic Nerf Battle 3 and he brought 2 jolts and there were, like 4,000 people there. Props to him. I got respect. That's the kind of thing that I would do. WrestleMania's today. Oh boy. What state does Cap live in? I want to move there and meet him in like 4 years. Washington. He's in Tacoma. I met Jangular before I knew he was a big YouTuber. When I first met Jangular, he had a much smaller channel too. I didn't know a whole lot about him as well, but I saw that he was making gameplay videos and was like, oh, interesting. That's in my area. Alright. Can you run a real gun in a war? Just kidding, that is dumb. Correct, that is dumb. That's actually really stupid. We don't joke about that. Where do you come down on flywheels and springers? When you're not deliberately running something goofy, what practical stuff do you like? I know. What practical stuff do I like? I've really been digging those select fire kits. I have a full auto kit as well from Lightake that I need to put out a review on because I got it in December and it's now April. And they're like, hey, are you going to post that review? And I'm like, yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm the worst person ever. So those are fun. It is fun to use full auto. Not practical, so I guess that doesn't answer your question. I do like strifes. Strifes are really simple to just do like everything and anything. I like that you can run a strife super small, and you can keep it like super close to you. So that means that you can use it like indoors or outdoors. You know, if you actually want to put a stock on it or a barrel to make it like more comfortable. Sure. But for me, you know, I have smaller hands, so the strife as is I think great. And then I mean springers, I love my Elite Alpha Trooper. Where did I put that spring in recently? I did really like the Recon Mark II mod that I've got as well from Kyle. What else? What else? Sentinel is great. Upgraded or not, I love the Sentinel. I can play pretty defensively or offensively with that as well. For me though, it's mostly just also putting myself downrange. Like if there's a bunch of people, I just keep running towards them, and eventually that does the trick too.
Is your mag empty? No.
So flywheels and springers. If I have a preference, I guess I'm more of a springer than a flywheel guy, and that's just because I don't do a whole lot with flywheels. But I have nothing wrong with either. Challenge Lord Drac to a duel. Anything can happen at End War. He does know I exist. I will be sure to save a rocket for him.
Wait, no, hang on. Yin, you go far right, I'll follow you.
Wear a fedora to your next war. I gotta get one.
Go, 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 go.
Is it viable to attach a flashlight to a retaliator front grip? Sorry, can't pronounce that. It can be if you're in a dark area. I guess that would make sense.
Every person that dies is a hit on our team, you know.
It's an option. But that's what I also really like about the Recon Mark II. On the side. Will you ever make a Discord? I'm part of a few, so I don't think I need to. There's plenty already. I literally only have Discord because I'm part of like Nerf Discords. Have you seen that functional silencer mod for double shot springers? Ever considered making one? No, no, I've never heard of that. Like a functional silencer?
Hey, get in here.
Interesting. That is new. I have not heard of that before. Can you buy here minis from Out of Darts, or are they not for sale? Cole, they are not ready for sale just yet. I will be sure to get one as soon as they are for sale, because I will literally drive up to Out of Darts' house and be like, I'm here for my here mini, or name whenever he actually puts it out. You'll see. It might be a couple months. It might be tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure, but it'll be good. I'm excited for it. I think it fits my playstyle.
All right, he made a good effort.
Do you like the barricade? I'm on.
Jason's
Sure.
hopping aboard the
I haven't used one in a while.
Express.
It's just that I think the mod to make the trigger also rev up the barricade or the stockade is good.
What?
Oh, that's right. The barricade came with whistlers. So maybe the stockade's a little bit better. I have both. Bray, when you're talking about Kyle, who exactly is Kyle? Kyle is a legend. Kyle is one of the... I mean, he's on screen right now. He's all of his old blasters have 4-leaf clovers taped to them because we would always find clovers in his backyard. A lot of the things I've done, some of my older footage, you'll see him a lot. He does a lot of modding, very creative stuff. He's done a lot, I think, with flywheels recently too, or also a big part of the ultra stock scene, primarily in the Bay Area. So he'll be on a lot of those games. I'm not sure exactly if he has a specific name he goes by, but if he was making a bunch of videos like other people were, I think you'd hear about him pretty quickly because he's got some pretty cool stuff. Why not? Flywheel springers, why not both? Why not Zoidberg? Yes, there's flywheel afterburner kits. What was your first Nerf mod? Random person. My first Nerf mod was a Night Finder because it is very simple. The older Night Finders especially, because you could just take off the air restrictor housing and literally dump it out and then put it back together. Technically that was a mod. Awesome stuff. Beret, the honor had been placed upon you to create the first flywheel scar barrel. You must complete this demand for all the wacky blasters, or all the wacky blasters will cease to exist and will be replaced by strifes. Oh, that's a lot. That's a big burden. I'm sorry, I failed that already. Kyle is one of the 3 people I do my best to keep an eye on in a war. Phone blast, yes. See, you get it. And that's because Kyle and I have, I mean, you're watching it right now. Kyle and I have trained for this kind of stuff for years. We're professionals. Yeah, Kyle, what Kyle does so well is that he will run ridiculous flywheel blasters with crazy rate of fire too, and he'll be scavenging the entire game, or at least the last games I've played with him. That's what he'll do. And that's not good if you're on the other team, because the benefit of having someone who's just continuously dumping ammo is they're gonna run out eventually. But Kyle has this great balance where he knows exactly when he needs to reload and will just continue to pick up darts from the ground. He might not get like the best darts ever, but it's just there's constantly darts coming from him, and he's quick. He's like me. He's a little taller than me, of course, but he's also just quick, nimble, and he knows how to dodge very well. that makes him a problem when you're on the other team. And he's also I mean, he does range shooting as well, so he knows how to aim. I believe I know which guy we're talking about. Oh yeah. He broke his sledge fire by falling on it. Oh no. Not the sledge fire. No. Bray, you seem like a good person. Yes. You're professionals. Yes, we're professional nerfers, you know. We've been playing for a long time. I know there's people, you know, there's always people who've played longer than you have, but you know, we've been doing this kind of stuff for ages, so when someone shows up with a loadout that looks like something maybe like we're using right now, and you're like, oh, I remember the benefits of using those darts, or the cons of using those darts, you're like, okay, I know exactly how to go up against something like that, how to size up your opponents too. See, I can talk tactics. Boss fell on his single sledge fire. Internals got shattered. Shell was still perfect. I would like to go to a boss game. Seems like that's a pretty fun ultra stock group right now. I would need to borrow something because I really don't have anything that's appropriate for that kind of game. But I'm glad that it exists and people are really enjoying it. All right.
Guys, only one more person can die before it's our last life.
So yeah, this park was one of the parks. Just talking more about the footage we're watching. This park was I think we only played here once. Just a local one. It's nice we didn't have too many people here. I've played here. I guess I did play here. It's one of my earliest gameplay videos I ever recorded with my video recording classes, which I will be sure to show you some footage from, and your eyes will burn, and you'll be like, why did you do that? But I will show you. I'll show you how far I've come. It was, oh, that was like 2012, though, and this is 2014.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's nice when not anyone else is using the park. Oh, wait, no, after this, oh, that was right. After this all happened, after we got most of our games done, there were some people who there was a kid's birthday party at the gazebo in the center. I love that word too, gazebo. And they all came over and were like, "Oh, can we play?" And we had so many extras that we just let them all play. So it was like a 20 on 20 in this little area. And I had brought an umbrella with like tape on it to be like a Captain America shield. So I just ran into the game with a Captain America umbrella shield. And yeah, that was awesome. Gosh, memory lane is fun.
No, the man.
Good times. Yes, I was goofy from the get-go.
Who's left? Just you two?
I get a feeling that most people wouldn't want to face Bray when he's being serious. It seems he runs the goofy stuff to give himself a challenge. Is partially true. I mean, that's where the fun really is. You can still have plenty of fun being serious as well, or at least what is serious, right? Like at least having your mind on the objective and playing that you're like trying not to get tagged out, but you're trying to tag other people. That I mean, I guess that's serious. Everyone has a different definition of what serious is, right? But yeah, I mean, even if I was being very serious and only taking necessary steps to get as close as possible to someone and get them out with as little risk of me getting tagged or a friend getting tagged as possible, I'd still obviously would be a good sport, and all that would be there's no room for that. Oh, tag discretion, like, oh, you didn't get me. It's just a game. It's all good. Bray, have you ever played Airsoft? Like once. It was okay, but in the same day I got sliced with some sharp PVC. So I don't think that was the reason I didn't get into airsoft further. It was just that I didn't have many friends who were playing airsoft. My immediate friend group like this, we were playing Nerf, and mostly Kyle and I were exploring the boundaries of Nerf. I've been airsofting for 15 years. Awesome. Anyone can face me. It doesn't matter how old you are. Anyways, when you face me, someone asked earlier how tall I was. I'm 5'6". Yeah, when you face me and you're like, oh, he's small. I'm really hoping, though, from our last game, we were playing Titan Ball, which, quick summary if you don't know what that is, just Titan rockets, you try and get them into the goal using Titan launchers. There was a point in our last game where I had a Titan on a launcher, and I ran to one side of the field, and I had a couple guys watching me because the goal was about 200 feet away, so not possible to score with a rocket. And what I did is I then ran all the way back to my base, and then went all the way back around and ran to the goal. And people were like, Brett, you freaking teleported. Like, we were watching you on the side, then you ran back, and all of a sudden you're at the goal and you scored. And so I love doing that. And I will make people work for my tags. You will have to do that.
I dropped the bolt somewhere. Darn it.
There's a time to be serious, but playing with kids is not that time. Exactly, Phone Blast. There are plenty of times, too, when you get kids come and you're like, oh, let me just show you, like, oh, no, you can't use that dart in this blaster. Like, gotta take that out. Also, it's backwards. Let's try that again. It's hard when you're running games, though, and kids are like, hey, can you help me with this? Like, I'm confused, or they just barely recognize you. I don't really fall into that trap too much, but of course, when Chalo's there in his full gear, people will go to him, which is good then that he's not running most of the games because he'd just be swamped if he was trying to do both of that. Kids, yeah, make sure you give kids some time at games. They're the future of it. Getting people interested at a younger age is good. Make sure to show them that, oh, Nerf is still fun. You don't have to just go to airsoft or paintball because that's what other people say you have to do. All my friends quit playing Nerf with me because of Fortnite. Well, that's just unfortunate. I feel like you could have both. Okay, so we're going to... This is 2014. There's more footage from 2014, 2013, and 2012 that I have on a flash drive that I cannot find. So I'll have to show some of that later. But for now, let's jump to... something I thought I set up.
That was really lucky.
Let's jump to the end of December 2016. This is still using my Hero 2, so it's not going to be amazing. But welcome back to Fort Worden. This is one of the first videos that a lot of people learned about my channel through, because they're like, oh, Brett, you actually had really good footage of Fort Worden compared to Walcom and Captain Xavier. And that I say, yes. So but so many regrets. Why did we not record more footage of this? Why did I not record the round where I went through all 30 of my Sledgefire shells? Darn, I know. Hang on, I gotta go read back up. Brett, do you think I'm a good person? Raptor, yes, you can be a good person, but I've never met you, so I cannot say for certain. Act like a good person and you will be a good person. Okay, good. People are now sharing their heights. Alright, that's great. It's not uncommon to be taller than me. This is good. This is good. Do you know why Nerf isn't making air-powered blasters anymore? More expensive? I would say I had a better reason, but I don't work at Hasbro. I mean, money drives a lot of things. I run games, so maybe I make a few new friends at games, then they will play. Running games is fun. It can take a lot out of you though. It's sad when you get caught up in one side and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Like at one of our games in September or October, I was like, all right, what we're gonna start doing is, if your birthday is this month, we'll have a big shout out and just kind of show for the people who attend, like, oh, happy birthday, woo. The group celebrates people in the area, and I totally forgot because I was organizing the other games and I was looking at other people's stuff, and by the end I was like, oh my gosh, that thing that I even posted in like the Facebook event, totally forgot about it. Darn it. So I felt bad about that. Always looking back like, wait, I forgot to do that one thing that I meant to do. No. Why did I mention that? I don't know. Maybe I felt like a bad person. I love the sledge fire. I love the sledge fire too. That's why I always wear my sledge fire belt and have it for close encounters. Nerf doesn't make air powered because they are easier to modify to be high power, and that's a safety issue for kids' toys. It might be that, it might be something else. Like I said, money does drive a lot of things, and for a company like Hasbro, that is a big factor. So it could be, but it could not be. My sledge fire hits 130 to 140. That's about where mine gets with a single barrel. It's pretty respectable. Jacob Dale, what are your thoughts on Milsim gear? I have a bunch of that stuff and want to wear it at End War because I have it and it works to hold mags. Do you have any thoughts on not looking too aggressive? At End War, I think the overall dress code should pretty clearly specify whether or not it's allowed. I think it was about the face cover was their big thing. Since they have the police actually notified already, I don't think it's a huge issue, but don't quote me on it. I think actually asking one of the mods or looking at the rules would be a better choice on that. For me, I am not going to be wearing any of that. I completely understand people wanting to carry more mags, not that I'm a huge HVZ enthusiast, but I understand that you might want to have a lot of ammo on you since it's going to be full day events. That would be good. So if that's something you have that allows you to carry a lot of ammo, yeah, I understand the appeal. Safety. People make 400 FPS guns out of jolts. I know, look at that Captain Xavier guy. Just crazy jolt. Bray, if I invite you to my birthday party, would you come? That I don't think so. Partially because I don't know where you live, but also because that's not something that I just do. I can't just go to people's birthday parties. I think you can hire a clown for a better cost. Garth, I'll assume you're watching. I just got your message. I do have a strife to use the full auto kit in. It's just that it's me that's the lazy part, or that I broke a wire, and I need to. I soldered it back on at Wacom's place, and I need to actually just do the video on it, or at least an update. At least an update on that. Rough cut, probably one of the best shotties currently. Yes. I do like those two-shot pistols. It doesn't fire two at once, but I do like the new Kira blaster. I would like to get one of those when I see them maybe on sale. That looks fun. I do like the double down, so it is appealing to get that one. Also because that's Amelia Clark, and Amelia Clark is gorgeous. So yeah, that's like all the reason I need to get a blaster that she's using. Don't say anything bad about Amelia Clark. Mother of Dragons. You dare go on the Sledgefire King's channel and recommend the rough cut, Ethan? Yeah, now you're getting it. Exactly. Rough cut. Nothing compared to the Sledgefire. What about the Rhino Fire? What about the Rhino Fire? I've never actually used a Rhino Fire. I've heard that if you have a Rhino Fire with issues, then it's not fun to deal with. Daisy cuter than Amelia. Daisy Ridley? Yeah. I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't know. I still might prefer Amelia Clark. You know, this is obviously very Nerf important chat. I think I like Amelia Clark over Daisy Ridley. Rhino Fire comes with real bad drums. Not even our spring upgrades will help save them. Oh, dang. That's unfortunate. I have one 25 round drum. The Rhino Fire comes with 25s, right? Yes. I have one that I got from a Hyperfire, like the new Hyperfire, and that's all. That's all I got. This went from fun to creepy fast. They're beautiful women. What's wrong with that? Why not both? Bray, I live in Idaho, and that's all the info I'm giving. Okay. You should invite Mr. Nathan then. I think he's closer. The air-powered Boomco shotgun is better than the Sledgefire. The burst wave? Maybe. I don't have a burst wave. I have fired it a couple of times. I fired wall comms. I understand why he likes it. I see the appeal as well. But I like the Sledgefire, man. It's so much fun. Why not both? You can carry both. AccuStrike darts are accurate but too expensive. That's why you buy AccuFakes. I'm in Saskatchewan, so I'm too far away to go to end war. But if I could, I'd wear a giant rainbow flag battle standard and carry as much ammo and mags as I can. LMG, Vulcan, and belts. That would be awesome. I like that idea. Dang, the drums were the main reason that I ordered the Rhino Fire when it was on sale. I'm sorry, Homely. I've mostly got 12 round sticks because I use them myself, and I use 2x12 as a loaner for the games I run. I have no drums at all. Drums are hard to get into if you only have stick magazines. I understand that. And just the size of storing them can be inconvenient. Like I have three 35 round drums I'm looking at right now, and when I think of actually picking them up and using them in a game, there's a lot of blasters that just don't work really well with them. Upgraded springs, yes, that's a thing. I mean just size-wise, right? Like, if you have... right now, like in this game, I'm using my Elite Alpha Trooper. Solid blaster. Put a 35 round drum in that. Oh god. Oh jeez. It's in the way, right? Like it's not comfortable if you're just trying to do everything you could do with an 18 even. So I understand why it's hard to. I mean, they're appealing, right? 'Cause 35 rounds. The Hyper, no, not the Hyperfire. The new one. The oh man, what's the new Infinus? The Infinus is gonna have a 30, and that's actually centered. So, something. Worker 22s for the win. I do have 2 of those as well. Yes, I do like those, but because I only have 2, I don't bring them to many games. I'd rather just use my 18s, and when I'm done with those, literally just throw them on the ground. It's like, I don't care. Blah. And that's totally fine. With my Worker 22s, I'm like, okay, now we're going to carefully put this on the ground. I don't want to break that. Cost me some money. Yeah, Infinus. Drums are hard to carry for sure. Good to start with a 35 and then drop it when it's out. Precisely. What I saw someone do in the Bay Area once with a Sentinel was that they had the 2 35s like taped together so that you would flip it around and then whoop, out, so you can reload one while the other one is in place. I've actually done that on my Stampede a couple of times. I have some footage from like 2015, I think, where I did that. No, I think it was 2016. Maybe it was earlier this year, or it was early 2017. It was 2017. It was right after I got my new GoPro, and I was using that a little bit, and that worked okay, but also because the Stampede, I didn't need to do anything up front. I just needed to hold it, and that was that. Very front heavy. Would not work with a pump springer, as maybe WikiHow would call it. Busby is cool, but they don't sell their guns in my country. Sad life? Sad life indeed. Busby has some cool stuff. It's Beret Mania. Can you smell what the Beret is cooking? I'm cooking up a sledge fire in a minute to deal with close encounters. Would you rather use drums or stick mags or both? Sorry, I'm getting to these late, as per usual. I guess stick mags, but what Foam Blast said too. Starting with a drum and then dropping it when you're done. Cats aren't good for fielding. No, not very good. I have a picture of a cat in my dump pouch. By Jonah TV Productions. What Nerf gun should they remake the most? That's a good question. Let's think. What has not been remade? Well, they should remake the Sentinel, even though it's not a Nerf gun. They should do that again. I want more. What else have they need to bring back? They should make a new Strife. I'm kidding. They do that enough. They're doing. Oh, well, I mean they've had Alpha Trooper repaints. I don't mind those, you know, because the Alpha Trooper's solid. I'm looking at my stuff and thinking, oh, obviously. They should do one of these again. I think these would sell really well. Just a thought. Maybe people wouldn't recognize it as much, but I think there are some people who would be overjoyed to see a crossbow. Crossbow back on the shelf. They could charge some serious money too.
Who's blue? Who's orange?
Alpha Trooper should be remade for Walmart. That battle camo thing would not be bad. They should Nerf made a new lever action. Yeah, they did. Then they made it look ugly. Made it look silly. I'm scandalized that they made the Thermal Hunter, their flagship blaster, with worse internals than a Sentinel. Yeah, I wish it was the same internals as a Sentinel. I was disappointed to find that. That was the saddest Beret video. I think there have been some sadder ones, but okay. Rival opinion? Rival's fun to dodge at far ranges. And then out of darts runs up to you and he just sneezes on you and you're like, oh, okay, I'm out. I've been in the hobby for 2 months and I already know there's too many Strife reshells. Broke nerfing. I guess.
Whoa, okay. I guess so. No,
Yeah, there have been a few. If you're talking about Strife, all variants, like not just the Strife shell, but like all like single action Strife, single trigger pull things like the Modulus and the Cam ECS, the Captain Cassian, Deluxe Edu Blaster, the Jyn Erso, just the same thing, but yeah, there are a few. I think it's okay. I don't mind it. Gives people options. Some cool shells that way, at least. I'm going to cry if I never see the Vulcan or Magstrike again. Well, don't worry. Those will still be out there. Every blaster should be remade in battle camo. Yes, I still need one of those battle camo battle scouts. I've not been able to find one, and I really want one. I need to get one of those. I was sad. I don't go to Walmart that often, but I did go there specifically with that in mind. And they had nothing.
Oh, he's pumping.
That was sad. I need more Battle Scout harmonica clips. Or mags. I just saw Make Test Battles video on the clip versus mag thing with the Thunderhawk. So now I don't know what to say anymore. I'm sorry. Clipazines, that's the thing, right? Nerf Vortex Air Blaster would be cool. Oh man. Vortex. Oh, too soon. It's already gone. Remake Leonard Big Salvo. Yes. Multiple rocket firing blaster. Multiple demolisher rockets. That would be cool. I'd be down. It's not just like a hamp like they've been doing. I'd dig that. I'd buy that. Spam bring back Vortex. Bring Vortex back. You don't need to do that on this channel. I fully support Vortex. Bray, order a camo battle scout. Maybe. I was just trying to find one in stores. Much easier that way. Mag Strike, aftermarket clips would be nice. I could really use more. That would be cool. I feel like that's even more obscure though than people who want additional Sledgefire shells. But I understand the appeal, especially if you're a Mag Strike enthusiast. Oh, John would be really interested in those too. Ray, do you think a flywheel or for grip would be a good idea? Flywheel for a grip? Oh, flywheel for grip. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we need a new Stampede. Of course. A new Stampede. That would be awesome too. Battle Camo Battle Scout is in my Walmart. That's cool. Hey, Brea, can I send you a Camo Battle Scout? Yes. Go ahead. I'm not going to stop people from sending me things unless I need to. Please say... I can't say that. I don't know how to say that. Nerf should make a belt-fed grenade launcher. Maybe Nebula, or they'll just give us time to come up with it ourselves because we can be more creative. All Nerf blasters should shoot cars. You know, exactly. I don't understand why people don't support that so much. The Nerf Nitro line, you know, they say Nerf is running out of ideas. I disagree. When I first saw the Nitro line, I was instantly hooked. I could not believe that it had taken this long for such a major company to come out with an idea of cars. You know, shooting cars. Who would have thought? Mattel, Hot Wheels, no. No. But car blasters. Now that's something that the market needed. Here's your second dose of sarcasm. But yes, cats apparently do really like car blasters. I've heard that from a few people. There are a few more I need to run. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What's your favorite Nerf blaster aesthetically? I do like the Cam ECS. That is a very well-built blaster because you don't need to put a barrel on that. You don't need a scope on it. You don't need a stock. It's got exactly what it needs. It's comfortable. It's sturdy. It's very pretty. I like that. A Nerf official banana launcher. Why not? I wish my car could shoot darts. Roll down the window. Oh wait, don't do that. That's a drive-by. Don't do that. Oh, sorry, don't mean that. Beret, one quick question before I leave. How often do you wear a beret? It's a costume, basically. So, for videos, for games, that's how often I really wear a beret. I want a nitro revolver. Yes. Make it happen. Nerf, get on that. Elite Long Strike would be awesome, but I think that's the Tri-Strike. Kind of, maybe, sort of, kind of. Just in a smaller package. Nerf drive-by. So, during... Alright, you can do that. That's fine. I do really want to get one of the like battle racers, the little cars. One, because it would actually fit me not too bad. Own your size. But two, because I want to use it in a game. I want to have like the Nerf Battle Racer or like that Striker, like the other one that came out that was a lot cheaper. I don't know how much smaller it is comparatively though. But I want to have that. I want to have like something mounted to the front. You could have a camera on the back of the car too. Maybe if there's enough room. Whoa, almost killed my crossbow. Maybe you have someone on the back who's your back gunner. I'd run that in a war. And then I'm maybe just using the Nitro Blaster as well in a car. And it could be a tank because it's a car. So you can't actually kill me without a rocket. I just don't have space for one, no. I need to convince either Chalo or Walcom to store this at their place. That would be fun. Recon Mark II with banana mag, dot sight flashlight on the side, tri-strike, mega barrel. Actually sounds pretty good. What's your favorite dart? Beret, DKG. My favorite dart. I like the darts that you cut off the front and you put thumbtack. My favorite darts, don't do that. I know people still do that apparently. Don't make death darts. Not cool. I do like AccuFakes. They are good. They are inexpensive. And I do like waffles because I'm looking at a pack of 500 that I still haven't opened. I do like the Buzzbee accurate ones, Precise Pro. Those are pretty cool too, but they're expensive. Darn, they're expensive. How about Nitro Absolver? I mean, it's possible. If it's Popsicle, it's possible. Captain X should get an IR attachment to shoot nitro cars. I'm pretty sure he already does have something that can shoot nitro cars, and it would actually shoot them reasonably well, which is scary. Bye, Raptor. Thanks for chatting. What's your favorite car in the nitro line? Hang on. Let's figure this out. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Brett, sometimes wear a beret, and today we're going to be reviewing the Nerf Nitro cars. I know these are in pretty high demand. I was lucky to snag these at my local Target for $6.99. But some of these are a little more rare than others. Like you can tell one of these is red with orange. One's kind of a yellow green, chartreuse with blue. And a lot of people don't think that there's a difference, but well, there is. Like this one looks a little bit cooler, but this one has the Nerf logo on it. Just like this one, and this one is a truck kind of thing. I don't know what this one is, like a Tesla. And then you got these little details in the back. I think those are cooling fans. I think that's a ladder. This one you can't roll down the windows, but they might do that in the future. Oh, and so you gotta be careful too, because these from the side they might look really similar, but then you look closer and you find that they're not. And that's the scary thing about like eBay listings, because this one will probably cost you twice as much as this, but they'll sell this one for the price of this one. So you got to pay attention to the numbers on the bottom. Like this is a 70931, but this is a 70811. That's like over 100 later. And then you got this, like this one. This has red and yellow. I didn't take off these wheels from another one and put it on. Like this, it just came with yellow and red, and that's like actually exclusive. You have to buy it that way. You can't mod it. People will mod these too and sell them. And this is like a hot rod, like Hot Wheels by Mattel. Hope you enjoyed that. None of them fly differently. Okay, we're back. None of those fly any differently. I maybe have noticed a couple have jammed the Moto Fury when I was trying to be quick, but I don't think that they're very different overall. So I don't have a preference on nitro cars. I like the nitro cars that you can find easily, like the yellow ones. I think I've actually lost some. Oh no. I have 6 here, 5 that someone gave me, 3 still in package, and then I might still have some loaded in my other Moto Fury. So I might have enough still to run 2 full Moto Furies. Yeah. Alright, nice to see you, Eli. Hello from Singapore. Hello from Oregon. Where do I live? I don't remember. I hear the red car shoots way more accurate than the green. Obviously. Plane launchers from Nerf? So I don't know if you've ever looked back, but like the Nerf ball. Let's show something else off. This is the Nerf ball. It does it all. It's just foam. Oh, it smells amazing. Whew. This is definitely on the list to run one day. At a game that's not wet. I do not want this to get full of water. That'll be the end of it. But they do make they have made other things. Yes, Nerf Man, as Tybeck is saying. There's the Nerf Man, but there's also like foam dinosaurs and little like discs as well. This one I only got because it was from someone locally on Craigslist, and I was like, oh, I can pick that up at least. But the other stuff I've only seen on eBay, so I've like not been willing to shell out $40 for something that's just, you know, rare or vintage. I don't need something that bad, but this was really cool to get and have because it's a Nerf ball. I at least remember the Nerf ball, but I haven't seen the other things before, aside from the Nerf ball in person. Oh, it got dusty. Oh man, the Nerf ball. Yep, I had a Nerf ball when I was a kid. Nice. I wish I got into it earlier like that. I don't actually think. Wait, hang on. That's not possible. The Nerf ball's from like 20 years before I was born. Okay, never mind. When I was a kid, there were no Nerf blasters, only balls. We've still got balls. They're smaller.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna make this walk on my own.
No, Beret, you should sit on Captain Xavier's shoulders and throw those foam fruit at people. I like it. I've had a few requests to sit on people's shoulders and run around in games. It's ranged from Walcom, Captain Xavier, to Bobo. I think I can fit on most people's shoulders, so that would be good. Maybe at Endbor I'll just try and jump on people's backs. Whoops, I said that. Don't do that. I'm not going to try and do that. Just walk up to someone who's like shorter than me. All right, I'm getting on. We're going to be a turret now. Have you found any Nerf groups in Oregon? Bottled water. I am part of one. All Things Nerf Oregon. That's the main one that I'm aware of, that I'm a part of. And I've tried to organize more games through that. It's just been hard because most of our players are in Washington, so naturally Washington becomes our field. How long should I wait on an NF strike order to ship before I become worried? I don't know. I've heard stories before, so I think it really depends on the situation. Bobo gives terrible piggyback rides. Don't do it. I have to find that out for myself. As long as he doesn't try and jump on my shoulders. I don't know if I could support that. Just an airdrop of darts. Drop the bomb. You have to get over someone. Blah. Dropping all the darts. If Walcom would let you anywhere near it, would you run the deleter with 6-round mags in a war? You think that I'm off limits to all of his stuff? I've transported the deleter recently. Maybe, if it's working. I mean, I'm always, a little careful when I'm using other people's stuff, and something like that, a lot of work went into that blaster, so I know he would probably trust me with it. I would just want to make sure that I don't, abuse it, because I don't want to drop that or hit it against something else, so I'd play a little bit more conservatively, possibly. There's an Owen tank, why not a Beret turret? The Beret turret is just, I hop on your shoulders and suddenly you're a turret. And you can't kill me without killing the person that I'm on top of. Or like if you can't kill me until they go down and then I just jump off like a jockey. Just run at people. Phone blast ships quick and they will draw a picture on the receipt. True story. I know. I really don't appreciate that. Like, I didn't ask for a picture or this fast of shipping and I got it, and that's just, it's not what I want. I want what I order only. Extra stuff is not okay. I was really disappointed with that the Rapid Strike with 6-round mags didn't win the survey. That sounded super fun. I had thought about running 6-round mags for a while, and I figured that something with a high output of darts like Rapid Strike would be the best option. I've actually done something like that before too. I've used a rapid pistol with 6-round mags taped together, so you'd have one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down, and there was like 6 of those. And I'd just move from the next to the next because I was in California, all of my 18s were here, and all I had there were my leftover 6-round magazines, so I was like, oh, what if I just tape them all together? And so I ran around with that, so I'd hold one side of the magazine string and the Rapid Strike, and then just switch, and then I'd reload them throughout the entire game. Not the worst thing ever. Controlled bursts. There were some, I will say, there were some good options on that list. I was pretty proud with the choices. Bonus points if it had a Wolverine pusher at 3S. Yes. Beret turret? Beret turret or Beret turret? Turret, but it's pronounced like beret. Beret. There's a, I'm just realizing what that's from. The top of these cars, actual serious comment, the top of this car is a little, like, frictioned off. The flywheel, because it's a top flywheel, is actually taking off material from the car. This one too. Because you can tell with the black of the windshield, it's coming off. Jeez, and you thought your upgraded flywheels were bad. Bray, you are from California. What part? Sorry, I'm new, so I don't know, but I'm in San Jose. That's a good place to be. That's where Mr. Jangy is. I'm from near San Ramon. That's where I was raised as a child and went to school. So sometimes when I'm back in California, that's where I'll be. Man, watching you look over edges and stuff is really pumping up my nerves. It looks scarier over camera. Not clever whatsoever. I'm usually one who's pretty afraid of heights. So there were some areas here where I'm like, oh, careful, buddy. But I was feeling pretty adventurous. Also, I thought at the very, very top when I look over that Shayla was hiding in there. And then he leaves, because I really wanted to get that. Whoop, looked over to the side and get him, but I did not. I also didn't die, so there's that. How about the Boomco Rapid Madness with 6 clips? Same idea. Same idea. I think the Captain Xavier Juggernaut should have a Beret turret. It would solve the limited fine arc of tier. Well, what would make the Captain Xavier Juggernaut loadout more terrifying is not me on his shoulders, but just me on his team, because, well, he would be the dart hose and a potential shield buster if needed. I'd be the flanker. Like, he would just be doing his thing, and then as people are hiding behind spots, you'd watch him, but what you wouldn't see whoosh, was the Beret that came around the corner and got you, like velociraptors. Anyone? Another one for the I'd Run That in a War is the long shot front gun. It's a little boring. Yes, that is something that will probably show up soon, if not a full long shot, so long shot with long shot front gun. A Centurion using only one arm should be a thing. You could run 1 6-round mag in anything. Yeah. Run a plush animal. Centurion with one arm. You know, I struggle sometimes just priming the Centurion normally and not getting it to jam. One of mine is just really bad with that. What's your most horrible gun, Bray? That is a good question. I don't know where to take that, though, because I have just so many things that people would consider horrible that I love. I've got a Battle Scout. People don't like that. I like it. Similar thing, what's one blaster that worked much better than you expected? Battle Scout. It's not terrible, because it's got darts. You can reload pretty easily. One that worked worse. Let's think. I don't know. I didn't think about that one. I guess at first people didn't mind the Atlas too much, but I need to run it in a game before I can definitively say, from my perspective. You already know who it is. No, we're not starting that. No. And by the way, our Alpha Trooper's really that good. I've planned 2 full loadouts that have one as a primary, but I'm wondering if I should just run Caliburns instead. You'll need to specify what you're using it for, because for something like HVZ, especially if it's unmodded, Alpha Troopers are great. I mean, elite Alpha Troopers, so like the blue one or the orange one. But even the yellow one, at least you can reliably fire it. It's very comfortable. For me, some people don't like it. I guess the yellow one has more locks, But I think the Alpha Trooper is awesome stock. And it can take a decent mod too. I really like it. I think there's a reason that most people have it as their choice blaster. What's up, Beret? Not much. Using ion fire, but with no darts and the zombie strike chainsaw. I do want to use that. The brain saw. That would be fun. I just want to be careful with it too. Broke Nerfing. I've lived in San Ramon, Concord, Antioch, and Brentwood. Nice. Yeah, similar area. Rev Reaper with no mags. But how do you tag people? Oh no. A monorail with loaded with one dart at a time would be a major handicap. Yeah, because it would take like 6 pumps to get to the dart. That would take a while. I thought for that list too, just doing single loading. I think I took it off in exchange for like left-handed, but I was gonna do maybe, let's see, I was gonna do Powerball, like single shot only. Actually, would not have been too bad, because the Powerball, you just prime it back, put a ball on top, fire, but fire, not bad at all. I've never seen an eat in my life. You should. It's good. For you, what is the true Nerf stock sniper? True Nerf stock sniper. A fire strike. A fire strike with the right darts. Fire strikes, I've had some fire strikes that are really powerful. And what's great about them too, if you want to go even further with that Nerf sniper talk, is that they're quiet. You can prime a fire strike back without making any sound, and then firing it is usually pretty quiet as well. And with the right darts, yeah, there's your accuracy, of course. That's really what it comes down to. So, a pistol. What spring do you have in that each? You're pretty good. You're getting pretty good ranges. Yeah, this is Orange Modworks, I think, Stage 1 kit that's inside of it. So I don't remember what the kg was on that spring, but I got it a while back. Beret, you should cosplay as Red Eye from Dirty Bomb and bring smoke grenades in the Sentinel with a thermal scope to a war. I don't know what that is. I don't really cosplay too much. Alpha Trooper is going to be my BTA primary, but I want to make a new pump grip. Yeah, I understand that. That might be something that I use for BTA next month when I go down. I'm still thinking if I'm going to bring my own thing though, or if I'm just going to be like, hey, Jangular, could you loan me something? Cause you're the best. Love you. Okay, thanks. Bye. You should check out Just a Jolt's Rev Reaper mod and run that in a war with the darts loaded backwards. Oh dear. Something from Just a Jolt. Oh, that will only go one way. Use any blaster, but only look through the scope for the entire time, even when running. I run a lot. I feel like there could be some safety involved there that's not being addressed, so I'd be careful with that. But potentially. I have an idea for my next survey. But I've mentioned it a little earlier, but in case people weren't here, I probably am not going to be able to go to a game this month. So that'll be planned for May, maybe, if my group has a game in May that I can even attend, or I'll just make my own event, which is unfortunate.
Whoa, okay. I guess so. No one's actually going to be on the second level. That's fine.
Do I have any other war footage to show off?
I'm gonna make this walk on my own.
I don't know. Let's just post this too.
I don't think anyone's on the first floor.
Oh, nice. Okay, So for those who are coming in newer too, I made a Facebook page to help keep people updated with things in case I'm not posting a video, because that's another way that people can stay informed, and I can just share some pictures and updates with you guys there, if you're into it. Someone by the name of Loric Dax just sent me Pump Action Recon Mark II. Love your videos and crazy loadouts from Dayton, Ohio. Nice. This looks cool. I am going to, let's see, can I get that?
Are you dead? Oh, he's pumping.
I'm going to share this thing, because it looks similar to this guy. Sorry for anyone who's watching that footage. Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind me hiding behind this blaster. Don't mind me still hiding behind this blaster. Come on. Come on. There we go. Cool. This is something that someone just showed off to me. I like it. It's another version you could do, because I'm pretty sure that's the barrel that comes with it. So that's pretty sweet. Just came for the nitro footage. Well, you're in the right spot. I don't know if many other people will give you nitro footage. Yeah, you know, life's biggest regrets, not being able to do something for April Fool's Day. I should have just done a full nitro card review. I can get a Valentine's Day episode out, but not an April Fool's Day video. Beret, serious question. Who's going to win today between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? John Cena. Regrets. Regrets. No regrets. Kerchow. Oh, look, I tagged myself with that. Nice. That's where you can go. John Cena always wins. I'm not sure if he always does. I've never watched it before. We did an April Fool's video for our food review channel. We've been bamboozled. Don't get bamboozled. It's always bad when people get bamboozled. Oh, WrestleMania. Gotcha. Link is broken for you. Oh. Oh, good. This is just like that time where I posted the link to the previous survey, and I got about 30 comments saying that it wasn't working, and that was good. Okay, let's try it again. How do I do this? Guys, technology is hard. I give up. We'll figure it out later. It should be in the description of this video, too. Oh, never after the name Beret. Okay. Good to know. Anyhow, that's where you can find me as well. I'll be sharing that in future videos as well, just to let people know if they're looking for other ways to stay updated. And I'll share things through that. area that might be like, oh, exclusive. Like right now, there's something on there that might tell you about a future episode or not of a certain particular video series that people seem to really like. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm more planning on using the loadouts with the eats for wars rather than HVZ, but the loadouts themselves are more geared towards HVZ with the amount of weapons they have. Okay, I still think, yeah, Elite Alpha Troopers are fine for most things, but nowadays, you know, you actually do have to specify, like, between if you're, like, actually playing a game or HVZ or, like, a what kind of game, because Elite Alpha Trooper might not be ideal for something like an Ultra Stock game. I don't think you can get them that high. I could be wrong. Maybe you just need to put a lot more work into it, but yeah. Do you use Twitter? I do not. I do not use Twitter. Do you like sushi? I do like sushi. I've only recently gotten into sushi. I've been a pretty picky person most of my life, but now now I'm a little more interested in it. Not bad at all. What's better, Powerball or Helios? Let's see. Have I used a Helios? Oh, I've used it like once. I really like the Powerball. Even when it jams, it's just so comfy. I like it. What you doing in my waters? Oh, hang on, I haven't gone to this one yet. It's the gift corner. Yay! Let's show those gifts. Surprise, everyone. Memes. Memes of me. You got memed on the Beret chat. Kerchow. See you, Scott. I just remembered that I'm gonna need to buy a whole bunch of AccuFakes. Yup, AccuFakes. Buy them by the bunch. Beret Patreon, Beretreon. We don't need a. I don't think I'll need a Patreon. It's all good. It's missing the best Beret gift. No, I actually couldn't find it for a while, Tyvek. That's why I didn't include it here. But I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. The dab. Would you run that in a war? How would I... Do I just, like, get someone and then dab at every tag? That's a thing. Okay, we're back. Do I have better cool blasters to show? Let's see. Let's find out. Anything interesting to show off? Don't think so. Darn. Huh. I've got photos from our last game. Nuts. Okay. Let's just go back then to... Oh, okay, that's the last one. Go, great. See ya, Pinhead. Pinhead Larry. I got a Gear Up Raider for 15 bucks today. Nice. No Bobo in bed with a long shot. This is a family channel. I know something we could do. Possible. Alright, serious question. How terrifying is Captain Xavier in his full outfit with tier? Yeah, I think it's with a Y. Coming towards you while he's on the enemy team. So kind of terrifying. I've got some. I can share that footage. Why not? I shared it last time too. Trying not to be unoriginal. Do I have it? Do I have y'all footage? Oh, this is from before. Ah, shoot. Drat. Okay, it's somewhere. I have been on the opposite side of the minigun. In some cases, it is scary, but sometimes it's totally fine, because depending on where you are, you can hide pretty well. As it turns out, you know his mask does obstruct a bit of his vision. So when you're being quick and running around, it's not too hard to get away from it. If you were right in front of him, though, you're in trouble, and that is scary. I've had just as much fear, though, with out of darts running at me with a hurricane, right? Because he can see everything, and he's about 3 times faster on average. Would you wear a different color beret? Sure, I have a green and a black one. That's just what I got. What was I pulling up? Yes, I wanted to find... I have WikiHow comments. This would be a good way to wrap things up. Let's see. Alright, so I don't know... At least you can see Xavier. Out of darts, the ghost who materializes beside you. Yeah, and I've gotten that comment too, which is fun. It's fun to be a ghost and just to teleport. At least with out of darts, you can hear when he's firing. But it's usually too late at that point. Everything is clear and gets tagged by out of darts, precisely. So, I would imagine most people here have seen, no, not this, have seen my most recent WikiHow episode. I say I assume that because it's currently at 140,000 views. Why is it at that? I don't know. But it is. It's kind of crazy. And with that comes people who they don't understand why I'm making those videos. They're primarily made for people who are Nerf enthusiasts, right? People who like modding, or they like just Nerf in general. That's the whole point of the WikiHow stuff. This one. How to make a Nerf gun out of household items. Now, some people have offered very good suggestions for how I should have actually done this mod appropriately, and I could care less. Sorry, if you were actually caring that this thing should have came out a different way. Besides, oh, you didn't put the handle on the front, that's why it didn't work. Then I'm sorry, I don't care about making this thing work. I went with as bad as I could with the instructions from WikiHow, and got to where I got. I did not expect it to work, and I made sure it would not work. But some people were very passionate about telling me that I'm wrong. In fact, I've gotten quite a few dislikes to prove that. So it is funny when people voice their opinions, so let's go through some of those and share these very kind answers. Them orange grapes. No, 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 no. I think you're supposed to put the pipe into the butt of the dart. The butt of the... okay. It's supposed to be as small as the hole for the Nerf dart in the back. Roblox Master 4025. Okay, thank you. Someone actually giving me good advice. You should really run that in a war. With the step you made wrong done right. The dart taped to the front. See, this is meant to be a Nerf melee weapon. Fair point. I think you had to put a hole in the pipe too. Madison Donna Ricketts. No, the hole in the pipe. There's already a hole in the PVC pipe. It's a PVC pipe. Ah, here's a good one. Jan Yang Kaur. It's 'cause there will be pressure, dumb A. Bleep. If there is gaps between the pipe and the dart, there will not be any pressure shooting the freaking dart out. And I'm only 9, by the way. My response, hey, watch your language, youngling. This is a family channel. Ian Mayer, you don't deserve that. Barrett, B-A-R-E-T. I'm sorry, I don't deserve this. There is a hole in the bottom, the PVC goes in the hole. Brian Butcher, you suck. My reply, yup, thanks for watching. Because it's true, the person watched it, left a comment, so yeah, thank you. Bro, you need a smaller PVC pipe that the dart, because you will put the dart on top of the pippy pipe, not the top in the front top, and again not the top. Captain Blue Alpha. Not sure if suggestion or troll. Colin 1. Lame. Oh. Someone said my video was lame. Glacius Knight. Hey, I saw you commented on Coop772's video. So, not really related, but yeah. Omar Ehab. You are so bad. B-A-E-D. Bade. I miss Bay. Someone has now called me Bay. Jacob Rawlinson. You need it to be smaller so you can pump air through it. Okay. I think the dart needs to be outside of the PVC pipe, and that is why it says smaller than the PVC pipe. I think it is a water gun that has the water push the bullets. Overlord Runt. No, because it said to spray all the water out, so that does not work. Here's a good one. No excuses. If you don't have a Nerf dart, I'm pretty sure you're a man, capitalized, who plays with real guns like airsoft, lol. My response, lol. Let's find some more good ones. Mike P. That could be Mike Pence. I don't know. You can't wear a beret. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation. In parentheses, idiot. How? So this person says I can't wear a beret. So what do you do with a beret? I really think this is supposed to go around your head, but maybe I'm wrong. You can edit wiki, Jackson Albert. This is true, but I don't do that because I'm just reviewing what people have said. There are actually some decent comments in here too, but there's some real quality ones too. Lily the Puppo. OMG, it's called a Nerf gun. It's called a Nerf. It's not called a Nerf gun. It's called a Nerf blaster. I didn't make the title. Sorry, this debate will go on until we die. Lion Tamer videos, games, and more. You did it all wrong. Look at the pictures too. I don't understand the tape and Nerf dart part, but you put the PVC grip as a PVC pipe as a grip. It wasn't meant to go in the tube. You squeezed the Nerf dart into the bottom of the PVC. That is your spare dart to pull out, and that's why the PVC has to be smaller. My response, but you see, no one cares how it's supposed to work. And then some random person responded, but I care, mostly out of curiosity. I'm sorry, random person. Someone commented, Caliburn. Yeah. Cohen Gordon. The PVC needs to be smaller so the tube goes inside. Not being a hater, but you are stupid. I love that one. Not being a hater, but you are stupid. My response, priceless, with that in parentheses. Not being a hater, but you are stupid. Love it. It's to build pressure. I know, a lot of people mentioned that. Actually, Mylan James. Actually, why you need the PVC pipe to be small, then the dart is so the dart won't go all the way in, and it will just stay at the end of the barrel. So you should try this again. No, I'm not trying this again. Orange. I can hear a 3D printer in the background. I'm not complaining. So why'd you comment that? I've gotten some good paragraphs of explanations, but I don't. Nope. Oh, Elon Musk commented on my video. That's pretty amazing. And Elon Musk says, in all caps, of course, "Oh my gosh, Nerf is a brand, not a type of toy." That is true, Elon Musk. Thank you for pointing that out. Whoever made that article is a dingus. I think it's a few people who have to be labeled as that then. More good comments. Sorry, there's a few more. David Ward's stupid directions! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Oh, here's a good one. Perch Catcher 115. Man, this humor is really pushing it. It's like he's almost dead inside. My reply, getting there. Oh, here's another good one. Anton PZ, you need to be less monotone. I get bored watching your videos. My reply, fine. You have my permission to stop watching them. And then he replied to that, Beret, just constructive criticism. I enjoy watching your videos. So, bored, but I love watching them. That's not, no, I don't think that works. Jefferson Molina S. Do you try to be funny? No, I have a team of writers that I do. I do hire for that. I bet it shoots over 150 FPS. Yep. Fails per second. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. That's a good one. Alright, I think we're about at the end of some of those. Yeah, so some pretty solid comments. A lot of constructive criticism, a lot of criticism, a lot of people saying things. I'm not sure whether to like this video because you actually did it, or dislike because it's literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah? So anyhow, that's WikiHow. I am, to answer some questions I've gotten on those, I am working on other WikiHow episodes. I know. I've tried to do about one a month, and last month already passed. but the ones I've wanted to do have required me to be with other people, and I've not had the opportunities to film that, so that is why they have not come out yet. But I do have a plan right now for one, hopefully this month. Just timing has been tricky. So hopefully this month. I know, that's what people want to see. That's all that people want to see. So let's see, about 12:20 my time, about 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to say we'll do about 10 more minutes of just answering questions and stuff, and we'll probably call it for a day. So if you've got some questions, I'm all ears. I'm trying to answer some things for you guys or give my opinions if you're in the market for that kind of thing. I don't know, I'm pretty boring too, so you could ask like real modders if you want. Yeah, I got them ghostwriters. I don't pay them very well either. Not like I make money from these videos, so I don't pay them. Hello, Robbie Jarrett. I'll do a collab with you, Bray, Edscar. Cool. I will. You should contact me about something then, because I'm not sure what to do right now that's collab worthy, besides things I'm currently working on that I just need to finish myself. Like, there's a lot of videos I need to put out of things that people have sent me. Things like this. Check that out. You know what that is? Hope so. Best blaster ever. How to turn a normal blaster into a nitro. Yeah, that is something that people would love to do, I'm sure. Run a disruptor upside down in a war. Time loop soup. I still need to run a disruptor. Pool noodles. What about pool noodles? Papa Goose. Just the tentacle zombie again? Will you do a live stream at FoamCon? I feel like FoamCon and War is just all going to be super busy in the best of ways. But the people, you know, I've talked to so far and who are going, the people who have gone last year, saying that, you know, there's so much you'd want to film, but it's easy to get caught up with everything else going on. You want to make sure you actually do live in the moment and enjoy the event for what it is. Make sure, talk to people. There's no time for filming at FoamCon. Yeah, you probably need someone else to film and record things, because I'm, like, personally, you know, the reason I'm going is to just meet a bunch of people and chat with them and, you know, play Nerf, look at Nerf, see all the cool things that people do. I'm not going just to sit there and be like, hey everyone, my name's Brett, sometimes we're at Beret, and I'm at FoamCon, and I'm going to talk to you now about my life. It's like, no, I'm going to see everyone else and participate. I'm a participant in that way. I want to make sure I've got time for that. I'm sure people will be recording stuff on the sides, though, so whatever I do happen to record, I'll share, but I'm not aiming too high with, like, oh, I'm going to make sure I interview all the people that I've never met before, and make sure I do daily vlogs, and record a WikiHow there, or I'd run that in a war, something like that. It just, we'll see how it goes. There's some things I'll try and record. Not everything. Team Lint Brush. Team Lint Brush. That's one of Alice Coat Duck's 3D printed keyrings, specifically a deploy. Well, not Alice's, though. What's poppin'? Mary Poppins, that's what's poppin'. I always enjoy your take on the hobby and your sense of humor. Thank you, Homely. That's the goal. Try to make it... The goal would be, you know, if you were to see everyone talking about something, I want to make sure that if I share my opinion, it's actually interesting. That's why I don't need to do a review of every blaster that comes out, because you can watch many educated reviews on those. So for the things I do, is what I'm really passionate about, and I think that people might enjoy to see from me my weird sense of humor. Can you run a top-loading magless Rev Reaper? Did you suggest this earlier? What is up with the magless Rev Reaper? There's no time foaming and film con to time foaming and film con. That's clever. I didn't have time to eat lunch last year at FoamCon. Yes, I remember hearing that. That's not fun. We'll make sure that doesn't happen this year. Yeah, I might just be on support for some of the people who have booths. I don't have a booth. I'll just be like running around like, hey, do you need something? Or like, do you need me to watch your stuff for a minute? And then people will be like, oh, it's Brett. He's weak. Now we can take all that person's stuff. So maybe I won't do that. But I'll help with setup, hopefully, and just getting people stuff that they need. Greyhusker keyring, correct. What's your dream loadout? My dream loadout, Wolfie. I'm already living the dream with my loadouts. I can use a banana in a game and get tags. That's living the dream to me. How often does your Powerball jam, and does it work better with a rival mag or a gravity-fed hopper? It has jammed before with the rival mags more often than the hopper that it comes with. Get good triple sledge fire, like 3 sledge fires with shells. So yo dog, I heard you like sledge fires firing 3 darts, so we put 3 sledge fires together, so you can shoot 3 darts while you shoot 3 darts while you shoot 3 darts. Sounds fun and tricky. I can barely afford to go to Jangular's BTA, and that's in my city. I'm sorry, broke nerfing. But it sounds like they're fun, so I think it'd be fun. I would do that if I was close. Just a Jolt did a video on the Rev Reaper about how he can run it with a clip made out of paper. Okay, that's what everyone's referring to. Okay, I need to check that out after. See what all the hubbub is about. Eat or eat? Yes. Foam banana. Soon. Can I make a WikiHow article about how to make a Nerf blaster and you can make a video about it? No, we have to take what's existing already. Don't modify the other articles already. That ruins it. Canine dog launcher, but with socks. Huh. It's not a bad idea. I've actually considered that for End War, for the Saxman loadout, I will have a lot of socks on me as well. I'm thinking about it. Not entirely sure yet. I need to get that together, but I have some time to plan it out. Just like I have time to see how many Demolisher rockets do I have that are in working condition. I was thinking about asking people to send me Demolisher rockets, like if they wanted to support me some way, just send me rockets for End War. But I think I have enough. Like I don't need to carry 50 Demolisher rockets on me because that just isn't going to work. I'm going to only carry as many as I can have on my body, and I think I'm already at that number. So good news, I don't need to ask people for support. I'm a strong, independent nerfer who don't need no rockets. Cardboard banana. You gonna throw that at people? I wouldn't recommend that. Modified Demolisher but 0 rockets. Yeah, that seems to be what goes first. The rockets disappear. Suddenly you're sad. I don't need a rocket to feel completely fulfilled in life. Some people do. Ooh, I want to share I got things, cool beans. Someone has sent me this before. Little beret Lego dude with a baguette and a little French bulldog. Adorbs. Recently, Chalo gave me this dude. This was sent to him recently as well. It's like a Saxman beret hybrid. So he's got his sax right here. Oh darn. And he's got a little vest. And he's got glasses and a mustache. And he's got a beret, which I think might be painted. But it's awesome. I love it. Woot woot. Alright. My DIY Nerf coming contribute. You remind me of my history teacher. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I never had any rockets. Got the demolisher from Goodwill. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you remember your first fun/different loadout? Well, some of the footage I shared, I think today, most of it was using reasonable stuff. Goodwill run, goodbye. Best of luck. What was my first silly thing? Well, that's a good question. I was definitely using some unorthodox stuff when I was in college for the couple of games I got to play. That'll be another time. I'll share some of that footage, the little bit of footage I had from college. Too bad. It could have been so much more fun. And I've used things like, at the time it felt like the rough cut wasn't very practical compared to everything else. But then there were people who were using Mavericks because they didn't know any better, so maybe not that one in particular. But I had used before, like, what was it? It was a really weird thing. Similar to like a candy cane. Yeah, it was something along those lines. It was a seasonal thing. Yeah. I've used the Rangemaster internals before, like just as a baton. Not to hit people, but just like you pump it with the back and then you just like a little wand. Leviosa! Pop! And you try and tag people. Probably the beginning of college or end of high school is when I started using some silly stuff. That was also near the end of our assassin game, which was, that was a lot. It sucked to run one of those games and not play. Alright, a couple more questions and then we'll probably call it for today. Just to wrap everything up again where I started, there are a lot of videos I've been trying to work on recently that I haven't had the time to. I was traveling earlier a couple weeks ago, so late last month. I'm going to be traveling end of this month. I've been fairly busy at work. I was sick the week before, and there's like a bunch of reviews that I owe people because things have been sent to me that, I mean, I've been too late on, so that's not fair to them. And I won't maybe be able to attend any games this month, so kind of unfortunate, but a lot of things I have in the works. I think through this whole stream my voice got better too, so that's good. But just so you know, I am working on things. It's just that I am pretty bogged down outside of just the Nerf hobby, so a lot more I wish I was sharing, and which is why I started my Facebook page recently, so I can share just simple things. Just show like some pictures, maybe some work in progress, or just, you know, post something and you guys can reply in comments. I have a fun idea as well coming up that you guys can help contribute to. I think you'll like it. and I think other people would like to see it too. I'll share more about that when it's ready, but I think it'll turn out well. And maybe May will be better for games, and then June is going to be End War. So maybe there'll be a game before that, maybe not. I don't know. I'm also pretty busy in June, though. I have like 3 weddings to attend. So that's busy. People are getting married. Scary. You don't have to be bored. It's WrestleMania weekend. No, I'm not bored. I took my EIT yesterday for engineering training. I'm not bored. I'm relieved that that's over. Will you say my name and sub to me, please? Yeah, be sure to smash that like button. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't like when people do that either. I know. If you want to watch more of my channel, you know how to stay up to date. And if you want to learn more, now you have a way to do so on Facebook. But otherwise, I'm also on Discord, so you can probably get a hold of me there if you really need to. Can you do more thrifting vids? I thrift every now and then, but I don't think it requires videos all the time. Also because mostly I'm trying to get rid of some stuff since I'm going to move soon. Just move somewhere else in the local area, not like move out of the country or the state. It's just that time of year again. But yeah, I mean I'll share things if I thrift them every now and then, but I don't think it warrants like a whole video unless it's something like really cool. Like this should warrant some more attention I just haven't gotten to. I'm sorry, I'm a failure. Ugh. Alright, a couple more minutes. I think maybe I'll have time to film a WikiHow video after this. Maybe. Well, I've gotten some emails during the stream. Whoops. Shoot. That's what was going off. It makes me cringe every time I see Naptown Nerf say smash that like button. To each their own. I mean, maybe it's out of irony. I personally don't prefer it, but if other people want to say it, that's fine with them. I think there's something to do with ratings as well with YouTube and how they share your videos. I'm not 100% certain. If I understood more of that, I would try and have more clickbaity titles and thumbnails. The suggestion does make it more people do it often. Yeah. I understand why, yeah. What's your best mod? The Sax BC. Sure, why not? Can you give me a shout out, comment on my videos, write me a check for $50 and wash my Mustang? Yeah, just give me an address. I'll get right on that. Also, I have an ultra rare Chinese knockoff reverse plunger Thomas the Tank Engine pistol I would like to send you. Fruipty, I hope you are not joking. I am actually serious about wanting one of those. I've been looking for that ever since I knew it existed. I'm not sure if this is a joke. I really do want one of those. That would be hilarious to run in a game. Like, it's not even on the options of I'd run that. It's like, I will run that. And you will get the theme song playing in the background. Get the Dart Zone Light command. Yeah, I do need to get one of those. But like I said, trying to downsize first. Then get space. Peep our merch. Yes, be sure to buy all my stuff from my merch store that doesn't exist. Check out my Etsy. Make a funny face. Oh, I'm sure I've made plenty of those. An ear rape. No, just the regular one. I'm not going that far. Could you send me a homemade retaliator? Could I send you a homemade retaliator pumpkin? Interesting. Why do people feel like they want to send me stuff? I don't do anything. Watch the Thomas the thermonuclear bomb. Can you stop making that funny face? Okay. I guess. Someone says so. What you doing in my waters? I'm about to go to Walmart. What Nerf gun should I get? The Battle Camo Battle Scout. You should get that. Alright. 12. Alright, I guess there are some things I'm going to work on. I have ideas, but I don't have much time, so I'm going to try and get to that. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. I think this was just as fun as before. It's been a blast to start doing some of these streams. The last one I did was in March, and so about once a month has been pretty good when I get the chance. And it's always great to talk to more people online and share more footage with you, share more things with you just on this screen. There's a lot more footage that I do enjoy sharing that people might not be able to see, so I think this has been a pretty good way so far. I don't know if it's going to get me on Aldos's weekly Nerf War footage, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys are great. Thanks for everyone who feels the need or inclination to send me things that I don't need. That is amazing. Like I said, I'm in a backlog, so if you do think you need to send me something, feel free to ask, but it's not necessary, really. It's not necessary. You guys just coming back, watching my stuff, leaving your kind comments, and continuing to take the hobby for as fun as it should be, that's what matters to me. So glad to spread the fun of Nerf to those who need it. And hopefully to see some of you guys in the future, be that at a local game or End War. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks everyone for watching. Yes, send all the positive vibes. Send all the positive nitro cars. You know, we got to talk more about these in the future. You know, because this is serious stuff. Nitro cars. But anyhow, you guys have a good rest of your day. Be it morning, night, afternoon, you're in school and you're watching this for some reason on a Sunday. That's not a thing. See you guys later. Nope, I tried to salute and I saluted with my cheek. Oh, today is going great.